So we need a little bit of a chat. Could David Tennant ever be possible as the 14th Doctor? Hello Whovians, welcome back to New Who HQ, and today I'm exploring, is it possible, could it work if David Tennant became the 14th Doctor? Now firstly, if you are new, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a like please. I'm currently ranking all seasons of Doctor Who, so get on the hype on that, go and check the other ones that are out at the moment. So the reason I'm doing this is because recently in the news I've heard that David Tennant has been rumoured, and apparently according to a very, very close BBC source that stated that Sacha Duane was going to be the new Master, and he obviously was, so it's trusted source, was that David Tennant has been confirmed as the 14th Doctor. Now, as we know, there's a lot of old Doctor Who coming back. And what I mean by that is Russell T Davies is obviously the new showrunner, who was from 2005. We've also got Phil Collinson as a producer. There's a lot of a lot of the same people coming back from that era, and obviously you think they've got the sort of the backstage of people, so why not get the front man back as well, being David Tennant. Now, I haven't done a ranking of who my favourite Doctor is, but David Tennant he's in the top 5. All right, he is pretty good. He's a very, very good Doctor. He's very, very loved, and I completely understand why he is. And I understand in terms of viewership, David Tennant has got the highest sort of like an average, constant ranking. So he could come and save the show, and it's no lie that Doctor Who has been struggling recently with ratings. I'm not going to get into reasons why that is. That's for another video. But it's clearly, and it's been proven that Doctor Who is struggling. So I think that firstly, my original reaction is I think no. I don't think it would work. I think the rumours started from Russell T Davies is doing the 60th year anniversary. I definitely agree. I think he should, and I think he will come back for that. If he'll lead, I don't know. It depends if Jodie Whittaker has regenerated by then. There's a lot of we don't really know about that yet. But even if he does lead it, or he leads it with somebody else, I don't mind. I just want him to be in it because he was fantastic in the 50th. He is one of my favourite Doctors, and I think coming back for a one-off could be great. So that's my thoughts on hopefully when that happens, not if. In terms of if he becomes the 14th Doctor, Doctor Who is all about being new and having change. That's what the show's all about. And you could say that will completely ruin it if this happens. It's something that's never been done before for a Doctor to come back years after it's left and front its own series as the 14th Doctor. It's very weird. I don't think it's the right thing to do. It just doesn't come across as the right thing to do because you're stepping back, and as I said, playing the Doctor is like playing James Bond. It's very, very unique. Only 13 people have done it, if you're including Joe Martin, John Hurt, etc. But it's unique, and I feel like someone new needs to give it the chance to try and expand it itself. Now, one thing that I did read that was quite interesting, and something that I agree with, is if we had some more spin-offs, but had a spin-off of a Doctor. Obviously, we had Torchwood, we had the Sarah Jane adventures, but stuff like maybe Matt Smith or David Tennant to get their own spin-off, I think would work, and I think would be very good. So David Tennant will return as the Doctor, but not as the 14th. He'll return as the 10th Doctor, or it could be in a different time frame. It could be back as the first Doctor, but obviously the Doctor is the same person, so he could become the first Doctor. I don't know how they could do it. They'll find out some sort of timey-wimey way. I just think that'd be really, really interesting if one of the Doctors had their own spin-off exploring more of their story, or an event that happened, anything like that. I think that could work. I think that's the closest we're going to get to David Tennant having his own series. But in terms of season 14, Doctor 14, David Tennant is a no-no from me. Something else that I saw was to have 2 Doctors in one series together. But again, that could be good. We've had the 2 Masters, obviously Michelle Gomez and John Sim, fantastic in the season 10 finale. I can't remember what it's called, I'm so sorry, but you know what I mean. So it works having 2 Masters. Could 2 Doctors work? We've had it obviously in the 50th, but with Matt Smith and David Tennant and John Hurt, but actually in a series instead of a special, that's another option. Or do we just continue as normal and have a fresh new Doctor? So let me know what you think. Should David Tennant become the 14th Doctor, or should we have a new Doctor? Who is your main contender for the 14th Doctor. I would love Michael Sheen to be the Master for some reason. I feel like he'd be really good as the Master because he comes across as someone who'd be absolutely mad. I don't know. In terms of the Doctor, I quite like the idea of Chris Marshall. I think he'd bring something different to the role. But at the same time, I feel like someone like Michaela Cole could be very, very interesting. But my top one, it's just come into my mind, it's got to be Idris Elba. I feel like Idris would bring a rough side. I'm only saying this from what he's been in, but I'd like to see a rough side of the Doctor. I think that'd be really interesting. I don't know, I'm just waffling now. Let me know what you think and give this video a like, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.